Place value drawings, subtraction, day 8. Grab your materials and let's have some fun today. All right, today we're just going to keep practicing more 3-digit problems. Some of them will have the bigger digits on the bottom, some will have the bigger digits on the top, and depending on that, that lets us know what we should do. We want to always look at a problem before we just immediately start subtracting. So we draw 200, a 10, and a 6 ones. Again, make it nice and neat. We are going to subtract 129. So we can subtract a 100, but we can't subtract a 20 or a 9 from that. So we're just going to do 129's next 100, which is 200. So I will cross out the 200. Because 29 is such a low number, we're going to have a large partner. So 29's partner to 100 is 71. Remember, we always look to make a 90, 10, because 90 plus 10 is 100. So I need to put back a 71. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 71. Now I just look at my picture for my answers. Notice I don't have any hundreds. I have a 50 and a 30, which is 80. And I have a 5 and a 2, which is 7, for 87. Notice we can do a quick check to make sure our answer is correct. 100 plus 0 equals 100. 80 plus 20 equals another 100. And 9 plus 7 equals 16, for 216. So we did it great. All right, 404, 100, 200, 300, 400. We don't have any 10s and 4 ones. Again, look at we are subtracting. We can subtract a 200, but we can't subtract a 70 and a 9 except for from another 100. So 100, 200, 300. So we took 279 to 300. So we need to know 79's partner to 100. Well, 79 is close to 100, so it's going to have a small partner, which is 21. So our answer is 125. Notice 200 plus 100 equals 300. 70 plus 20 equals 90. 9 and 5 is another 14. So we got it correct. 523. Whenever we start getting into a lot of hundreds, I stack them up in columns so that I have room to show my work over here. 523. Again, I look at it. Yes, I can subtract a 300 from my hundreds, but I can't subtract a 44 from my 10s and 1s. So that means I need to go to my next 100, which is 400. I need the partner to 44 because I didn't need the whole thing, just 44 of it. So 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and then 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Well, who is 44's partner? 56. Notice that's what I drew. So what's left over? I have a 179. So 344 plus 179 should equal 523. I'll do a quick horizontal here because I do like to check my work. So 300 plus 100 equals 400. 70 plus 40 is 110. 9 plus 4 equals 13. So 400 plus 100 equals 500. 10 plus 10 is 23. Nice job, kids. And remember, box your answers. We have a lot of work. All right, 503. Remember, whenever we get a lot of hundreds, stack them up. 503. Now, notice I can subtract a 300, but I can't subtract a 60 from anything but those hundreds. I could subtract a 2, though. So if you wanted to do some pretty good thinking, I could come over to that 3 and subtract a 2. Be careful doing that. Make sure you remember that you did that. That means the only thing I have left to subtract from a 503 is a 360. So 300 and my 60. Then I just need to put 60's partner, which is 40. Which doing that shows great mathematical thinking. Now, let me show you something else you could have done. I have 503. I could take away my 400. Look up there and I say, oh, I need a 38. So there's a 10, 20, 30. As you look over here, notice I already have 3 ones. And if I think about an 8 is a 10 minus 2. So I could put another 10 and subtract 2. Again, all this gets us into some pretty good thinking. So you can see on both of them, I have 141. Let's check it to make sure. 300 plus 100 equals 400. Oh, 60 plus 40 equals 100. 2 plus 1 equals 3. Kids, as we start getting into these kind of problems, use your thinking, use your number sense, and continue to try to make things easier for you. We could have just added 8 ones over here, and that would have been great. But then you have to realize you're going to end up with, only 8 ones. You're going to end up with a lot of ones, and as long as you're neat, it works. Okay, 400. Actually, I really like subtracting straight from hundreds because there's nothing to worry about. I can subtract 200, and I'll take the 37 out of there. So 37, put back your partner, 37, 38, 39, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I should have left a better space. So my answer is 163. Now notice, kids, 30 and 60 is a 90, 7 and 3 is a 10. So I could have used my knowledge of partners to solve that. 446. 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to subtract 357. Notice my big digits on the bottom, my big digits on the bottom. So it actually works out easier that way. So I'm just going to go to my next 100. So 357's next 100 is 400. Think about the partner. Who is 57's partner? 43. Notice your 90 and your 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3. Now notice I didn't build an 80, but I lined it up so you can see that it's an 89. Great job. Last one. 336. Notice our big digits on the top. That means if I put back my partner, I'm going to have more than 10. But we'll try it. So 172's next 100 is 200. So I'm going to take away 200. Now I need 72's partner, which is 28. So 10, 20. Now we've talked about this. You could put a 10 and take away a 2. Because what is an 8? An 8 is the same as a 10 minus 2. Or if you don't like that, we can just draw that 8. So I have my 200 I crossed out. I have my 20, and I will draw 8. So I'll put that one back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice I lined my 5 up there so that I could see it. So I have a 50 plus a 10 plus a 4. So 64. Because we did some crazy things up here, let's check it. 100 plus a 0 equals 100. 70 plus 60 equals 130. 2 plus 4 equals 6. So 236. Great job today, kids. Keep practicing with your number sense and trying to look to see what you can do to make it an easier problem.